Hey everyone, Mac here, and we are going to do everything you've ever wanted to know about the distributive property. Okay, before I get in, just as a reminder, this and all videos can be found at maxtutorials.com. So go to that website and you'll find a lot more about algebra. Now this one we're finding in the factoring section in distributive property. We've already talked about and learned it through previous chapters that I have on the Max tutorials. Pardon me. So why did I bring it up right here in the factoring part? Well, because later on we're going to do a certain type of factoring. And to do that, you're kind of going backwards distributive. So I just want to show you how this all works. A is going to be pretty straightforward. It's going to be similar to ones you've already done. So if you feel really good about that, go on to version B and C, and they're going to get a little more difficult on those, and they're going to look a little more like what you're going to have to be able to do for factoring. So before we go any further, let's go ahead and do A and just talk about the basics of the distributive property. Okay, so as you know, if you have something out in front of a parenthesis, you just go first, which is 3x, and you go second, which is positive 12. And when you see plus and minus, start saying positive and negative. Sometimes that helps. Because watch, negative 2 times x is negative 2x. Negative 2 times positive 7 is negative 14. Okay, 6 times x is going to be 6x. 6 times positive 5 is positive 30. And then we never miss our signs. Okay, 7 times 2x is 14x. 7 times positive 6 is a 42. Really get your multiplication tables down if they're not down already. 8 times 3x is just going to be a 24x. And 8 times negative 2 is going to be a negative 16. 9 times x is a 9x. 9 times negative 7 is a negative 63. Now, let's not forget our negatives here. Negative 6 times 3x is a negative 18x. Negative 6 times a negative 5 is a positive 30. Negative times a negative is a positive. Make that look more like an x. 4 times 6x is a 24x. And 4 times negative 8 is a negative 32. 5 times 2x is going to give me my 10x. And 5 times a negative 9 is going to give me my negative 45. Now I'm going to go 10 times x, and that's my 10x. And 10 times negative 12, that's my negative 120. All right, let's go to the other columns. I know I kind of did all the odds. Now I'm doing the evens. Maybe not exactly the way I should have gone. I'm not doing it in order, but that's okay. Okay, so let's go. 5 times x is going to be 5x. And 5 times a negative 2 is negative 10. 4 times 2x is 8x. Positive 4 times a negative 3 is a negative 12. Okay, a negative 3 times 4 is a negative 12x. A negative 3 times negative 1 is a positive 3. Negative times a negative is a positive. Okay, negative 5 times x is negative 5x. And negative 5 times a negative 8 is a positive 40. Negative 4 times 2x is a negative 8x. And a negative 4 times a positive 9 is a negative 36. Number 12. I'm going to go positive 2 times positive 5 is a 10x. Positive 2 times positive 4 is positive 8. 7 times x is 7x. 7 times positive 11 is positive 77. Negative 8 times x is negative 8x. Negative 8 times positive 3 is a negative 24. And then we get 18 is negative 7 times 3x is negative 21x. Negative 7 times positive 2 is negative 14. And lastly, 3 times 7x is 21x, and 3 times positive 5 is a positive 15. Okay, so nothing really new there from what we've done in distributive property before. However, now, since the last time we did distributive property, if you went in the sequence that I have it, we've now done work with exponents. So now the exponents are going to get a little bit nastier when we do this, and that's important that you see them. So hopefully, I'll see you on the next one on distributive property practice 2, or practice B.